Thank you so much for joining us. And indeed, we had a huge take-up in terms of registration for this. And I noticed that many people who are joining us from across the globe and in different time zones. So thank you so much for that. And I've just given a few more minutes for as many of those people to try and join us, because inevitably, as you know, with these technical things, people tend to have last-minute technical bugs. And indeed, our audience is across both the public sector and private sector, which is really exciting to see, and really appreciate you all then taking the time to join us for this. I think with all of these events, especially when we have so many people from the NHS, I think it's important to recognise where we are today in the world and the circumstances we find ourselves, and the amazing work that our NHS staff do. And I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank them all for that, for all their work in there, and the benefit that we have from that. So my name is Mohammad Khan. I'm a Chief Tech and AI Officer at FIRSA. My background is very much technology. I've been in delivering technology transformation across a number of businesses, essentially trying to take companies from the old world into the new digital world, whether that is online applications, mobile applications, and doing that an enterprise system, and dealing with legacy systems, and dealing with complex integrations. And that's my background, and that's kind of pertinent to the world that we are here within the health sector, where it is very much legacy systems trying to move into the digital world. In all of my experience, it's about the user. It's about understanding the user journey and the user experience that we're trying to deliver when we're delivering our services. Those are some of the companies that I've worked for and delivered these digital transformations for. So when we say digital transformation, what do we mean by that? I think this was the best way to describe it, especially bringing the old world to the new world of AI. So it's changing that user experience. So whilst in the health sector we might have these patient administrative systems, they are essentially now old tech. And in the old tech world, they were web enabled, so that was a step forward. And then many of them moved into what we describe as self-service, by allowing patients to do online appointments, online prescriptions, and things like that. So the journey now continues, is that a lot of those services can actually be done going forward with automation, and indeed even going even further forward with artificial intelligence. And we very much see this as a continuum of all the good work that's been done in those systems in the past, and the service and the user experience have been delivered. And we now talk about how we take that good work and move it on into the new world, and deliver artificial intelligence and automation on top. So hopefully in today's session you'll be learning about different aspects of this journey, and how hopefully we can all contribute towards it. The three parts that make up digital transformation, essentially, like any operating model, are the people, process, and technology. And that kind of goes to the heart of what makes the transformation successful. And I'm really appreciative that we have people who can truly speak from those different quarters. And our panelists are here. So we have Dr. Masood, who's a very much frontline GP, practice manager, and has that real scars of operating and serving patients. And then we have Dr. Matthew Willis, who comes from an academic background, who understands and has studied the workings of primary care and general practices, and has just recently published a paper that he will talk us through it. And then you have Stephen Barson from very much a technology view, with one of the leading automation companies called UiPath, and he will talk us through how some of that technology is being used in the health sector, and benefiting in terms of automation and AI. And then as a additional speaker, and I'm really pleased that Dr. Maddy has taken the time out and has been able to join us at short notice. She is the head of partnership at innovation and digital within NHSX, but so she has specific focus on RPA, and she will be talking about a survey that the NHSX is conducting, and hopefully many of us can contribute to that. So in terms of housekeeping or interaction, so you should see a window like that. with three key buttons at the bottom. I will encourage you as much as possible to use all three of those, certainly the chat and the QA. And our panelists will be at hand, including myself, to try and respond to as many of those questions as they come in. And that way we will have a continuous dialogue going on as the different speeches go on. And then towards the end, we'll pick up some of those questions and we'll discuss them live. I recognize there is a huge audience and it's going to be very difficult to give everyone airtime. We will try picking what we can, and then we will take off the rest offline, and we'll work out how best to respond and facilitate the conversation and keep it going beyond this session. The agenda is very tight, and what I'll be looking to do from the panelists is essentially to start with Dr. Matthew Willis and just pass around each of the panelists until we get to Q&A, and then we'll pick up your questions and make it into more of a discussion.